Welcome to the 16th edition of Anish News Capsule. UP Farmer Group's market produces via new models. Even as protests rage over the farm bills that seek to change the way agri-marketing can be done, the Department of Agriculture in Uttar Pradesh has facilitated cultivators and farmer producer companies, that is the FPCs, in the state to establish direct linkages with aggregators and food processing firms and form unique convergences to market their produce. In two recent examples, both in eastern Uttar Pradesh, the Maharajganj Vegetable Producer Company, that is the MVPCL, in Maharajganj district, has signed an agreement with Tuber Foods Private for the supply of sweet potato, while the other experiment is of the Mahalakshmi Producers Company, that is the MPCL, in Deoria district, which has established a convergence between the three government departments, that is agriculture, education and rural livelihoods, for the supply of oyster mushrooms by women cultivators for the midday meal scheme. Indian Oil boosts refinery run to 100% capacity in November. All the refineries of IOC operated at 100% of capacity in November, up from 88.1% in the previous October month and 98.6% in the same period last year. The economy spurred demand for fuel, a company statement said. This festival season boosted demand for consumer goods, leading to more diesel-run trucks hitting the road to deliver everything from clothes to air conditioners. The crude oil throughout of IOC refineries rose to 100% in November of 2020 as consumption of all petroleum products has almost reached pre-COVID levels, the statement said. IOC owns 11 of India's 23 refineries with a combined refining capacity of 80.7 million tons per annum, that is 1.60 million barrels per day. IRCTC offer for sale subscribed 198%. The offer for sale, that is the OFS issue of Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corp, that is the IRCTC, for non-retail investors opened on December 10th and subscribed 198% on the first day of bidding. The government is planning to sell up to 20% stake in the company through an OFS by divesting 15% equity with a 5% green shoe option. In all, the promoter, that is the Government of India, will sell 3.2 crore shares, which is expected to garner rupees 4,374 crores for the exchequer starved of funds due to the COVID-19 crisis. Bank of Baroda to raise rupees 5,000 crore through bonds. Bank of Baroda was looking to raise around rupees 5,000 crore through bonds and employee stock option plan, that is the ESOP, this month, informed the BOB Managing Director and CEO PS Jayakumar. The move comes a day after the public sector lender received capital infusion of rupees 7,000 crore from the centre. While rupees 4,000 crore of tire capital is proposed to be raised by issuing bonds, the remaining rupees 1,000 crore to rupees 1,200 crore is expected to be mopped up from the ESOP route, depending upon the response from the bank employees. Deloitte to double India's workforce in 2-3 years. Professional services firm Deloitte will double its 55,000 strong workforce in India over the next 2 to 3 years to tap the talent pool India offers. Deloitte's global CEO Puneet Ranjan said. Deloitte's expansion of workforce is expected to boost not only services but also services exported from India. Ranjan said that the decision is in part due to the talent arbitrage that India offers. We have 55,000 individuals who serve the most prominent clients and Government of India and the world from India. We have centers in Hyderabad, Gurgaon and Pune that serve the world. Our plan over the next 2 to 3 years is to double that workforce. It is partly because of the talent arbitrage opportunity, he said. Walmart to increase Indian exports to $10 billion by 2027. Global retail major Walmart said it will triple its exports of goods from India to $10 billion each year by 2027. It is expected to provide a significant boost to micro, small, and medium sized enterprises, that is, the MSMEs in India. The expansion in sourcing will include helping develop new suppliers in categories such as food, pharmaceuticals, consumables, health and wellness, general merchandise, along with apparel, homeware, and other key Indian export categories, the company said in a statement. Railways to be the center of transport of COVID-19 vaccines. The vaccine logistics will potentially be an opportune moment for the India's logistics industry to learn the right lessons. Serum Institute of India, the world's largest vaccine manufacturer, has been licensed to mass produce the vaccine developed by Oxford University and Swedish-British drug maker AstraZeneca, so India is likely to get supplies soon. Unlike the vaccines from Pfizer or Moderna requiring ultra-low, that is up to minus 700 degrees Celsius temperature, controlled storage, the AstraZeneca vaccine can be stored in a normal refrigerator. The government created the logistics division in the Commerce Department and inter alia planned cold chain infrastructure development. The ensuing massive vaccine logistics exercise may well spur the country's vital logistics sector to revamp and upgrade itself. Bharati Global to invest $2 billion in a satellite company. Suneet Mittal, who has taken a big gamble by buying a 50% stake in the once bankrupt low Earth orbit constellation satellite company OneWeb. The company Bharati Global is planning to invest $2 billion, of which it has already put in $500 million to put up more satellites, and it has set a stiff deadline to launch its commercial internet services by October next year in UK, Alaska, Northern Russia and Northern Europe.